Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube channel. Welcome to those of you who are new. Welcome back to those of you seasoned veterans of what we do around here. And what we do around here is we break down psychological, social, emotional, coaching related topics on a daily basis, usually in an audio format. There's over 500 of these available for you to take a listen to, so hopefully things that you need in order to grow as a person are here. Overcoming fears, things to overcome, is what we're talking about today. There's 5 things that you really need to or would benefit from overcoming in order to maximize your life. If you are stuck in repetitive patterns and you want to make positive changes, this is the time to reach out. Make 2021 your best life, right? And so there's 2 ways to do that. If you want to work with me, reach out through my website which is available in the About Me section of this page, or you can, in fact, reach out on Twitter at PO Perception. Set something up. Make this your time. So the first is get rid of being jaded. Look, life's difficult, and people can often suck. Let's be completely honest. There are lots of people who draw us down, who make promises they don't keep, who promise to love and then they don't, who jump over us for promotions, family dynamics where we are abused, neglected, especially if we've been in domestic violence situations or abuse situations, dealing with people who are mentally ill who can't keep their promises. There's a lot of things about dealing with human beings that can jade us. But for as many people and things that are negative, there are people and things that are neutral who, hey, okay, I'll help you if I can, and people who are really positive and making a big difference in the world. What you focus on manifests. And, it's like, for example, and I try not to get political in these audios, but politics is something that I'm very passionate about, but I don't believe that it needs to be discussed publicly because people are so polarized by it. But I will say, when I see the social issues of things like public shootings, the first thing I think is, okay, that's horrible. Losses for the family, losses for the community, losses for the friends and the safety and security of those involved. But what about all the people that are tempted to do those things that never follow through? What about all the depressed, angry, anxious people who don't pull the trigger, who don't go and do violent things, who don't, rob, steal, and do evil things? There are so many people, and this makes people uncomfortable, but the truth is, there are so many people on the planet who are tempted to do things that they never follow through on, that if we look at life and say, well, one person did this, or 10 people did this, or 100 people did this, or 1,000 people did this, and then we don't look at, but there's 7 billion, and in comparison, the number of people who do these horrible things is smaller than we realize, then we easily get jaded. And it's just important to realize, for as much as there's bad in the world, there's good in the world too, and we can always go back to neutral if we need to recharge. The next thing is fear itself. Look, there's lots of things to be afraid of. We can be afraid of not having enough money. We can be afraid of not being lovable. We can be afraid of looking ugly or foolish or stupid or. But at the end of the day, you've got to conquer fear. Fear is the absence of faith, and I don't mean necessarily religious faith, although if that works for you, use it to your advantage. But you've got to have faith in something bigger than yourself, be it religion, be it an outcome, be it the laws of order, be it the universe, be it a higher power, be it faith in humanity. You have to have faith in something. And if you're trying to overcome fear, faith is the way to do it. But you also have to understand, false evidence appearing real, that's the acronym for fear, is just because you believe something to be true doesn't mean that it is. And when you begin to look at the fact that how many times you've conjured things in your mind that could go wrong and they don't, it's horrible. It's horrible. So understand that fear is valid. It has a biological reason, and that is to protect us. But do we really need as much protection that we think we do? The next thing is comparison, competition. It's all an illusion. The majority of people that are successful don't care enough about you to really be competing with what you have and they have and they don't they and you do, and they don't care. They're too busy trying to build their empire. They're too busy trying to do other things. They're looking at you and they might compare for a minute. They're looking at you and going, are they thinking about me? But again, they're in their own little bubble. And so the act of competing, you have more, I have more, you have less, I have less. Yes, it's brilliant to aspire to level up, to be better, to be bigger, to dream bigger. But it's not about competition. It's I want to. The only person you should be competing with in life is the best version of yourself, and push that person daily, weekly, monthly, yearly to be better and better and better. What other people are doing, you can look at it. You can see if there's something you can use that would benefit you in the future, but in reality, let go of believing that someone else is prettier, someone else is smarter, someone else is richer, someone else is poorer. Let go of all of that. But here's the thing. One of the fundamental lies that humanity is based on is that the illusion of competition means more than it actually does. In other words, consumerism is based on you have less, therefore you're worth less. You have a lesser job, therefore you're not as influential. You have more, therefore you have power. The whole structure of humanity is based in part on the illusion of competition. And so when you stop comparing and just focus on what you can control and the actions you can take, you're going to be so much easier. The next is don't you need to work on not spreading yourself so thin. There are times when you need to say no. There are times when you need to say heck no. There are times when you need to say, you know what, I just can't. It doesn't mean I don't want to help you. It means I can't. It means I'm not capable of balancing everything in my life. And no, there are going to be times that you are not going to be popular because you said no. And understand that there are going to be times when you might even lose a friendship or negatively alter a family relationship. But here's the truth. If you overextend yourself and don't follow through, you're going to lose that thing or that relationship or that image anyway, eventually. You might be able to stave it off for a little while, but you're not going to be able to stay there and remain confident and comfortable and all that good stuff. The last one is get rid of limiting thoughts. We all have them. We defeat ourselves in the way we think more often than not, but get rid of them. All things are possible, both positively and negatively. It is possible for the most peaceful person in the world to snap and become a murderer. It is possible for a murderer to pull a wounded kitten out of a tree. All things are possible. Now, you can move towards the things that are most probable, but never give up on believing that all things are possible. When we do that, limiting thoughts will dissipate because then the playing field is, well, these things are possible. Anyway, till next time, keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment. Till next time, everybody.